Gatorade Man, the funny little character I created as an inside joke for my friends, has become my basic identity for literally everything. That being said, I did write a bunch of stupid lore with a bunch of stupid characters with my stupid self and my stupid manager. Hello, Ryan, if you see this. So, welcome to the Gatorade Man lore dump / basically everything you need to know about Gatorade Man that I've written. He's still a work in progress. The whole universe lore of the Gatorade Man is still a work in progress. Also, Gatorade Man is you'll be surprised of how the Gatorade Man, the character, is how strong he is, which is really going to fold your perception on Power War. But anyway, let's just get into this shit. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Let's start with how we created Gatorade Man. Gatorade Man was literally just an inside joke with my friends because in the 7th, 8th grade, I used to bring a lot of Gatorade to school, and so my friends just called me the Gatorade Man because I drank a lot of Gatorade. And then I was like, I can turn this into a character and make this my identity. And then it just, slowly became my basic entire life and my name. I use it for YouTube, I use it for Discord, I use it for Reddit, Roblox, Steam, a lot of shit. I use it for a lot. And the goofy cartoon character you see right now on screen is like actual I have always wanted to make an animation channel. I have always wanted to make a drawing channel because I just wanted to do that. And my original idea was going to be something like this pink blob. I'll see if I can draw it, but it's gonna be a pink blob like Ditto with arms and legs, kind of like what we have for Gatorade Man. But I scrapped that idea because it was stupid. And now we have Gatorade Man, and then I made a bunch of lore for him. So I'm basically going to tell that to you today. So that was basically how we created his character and where he came from. Now let's get into the long, convoluted story of how stupid OP this Gatorade bottle with stick figure arms, legs, and sunglasses for his eyes, and a super convoluted backstory. All right. I'm going to try to make this as fast as possible so that way I don't run out of memory on my phone. All right, let's get into it. Okay, we'll start from the very beginning. In the Gatorade Man universe, there was a Spanish dog named Cosmo and a random dude named Gustavo who created the universe and everything, and they added people and monsters. Now, people were people, and monsters were basically like Ra, the sun god, or the Greek gods, or the Olympian gods, and all that stuff. The Egyptian gods, and, tons and tons of stuff. And so, Cosmo and Gustavo created those things, and they controlled them. They controlled the people, and they controlled the monsters. And one day, Gustavo and Cosmo created the G-Monster. The G-Monster was not like any other monster, though. He did not listen to Cosmo or Gustavo at all. He wasn't really a menace. He was just more of his own entity. And he was the first one of his kind. However, doom struck upon the day of Gustavo's reckoning. Gustavo caught a very, very deadly virus called the G-A-Y, still looking for words that fit the acronym. But basically what happens when you get this very, very brutal disease is that you become crazy in stage 1, you start hallucinating in stage 2, start 3, you start thinking about very, very horny stuff, and then step 4, you start thinking about murder and start actually killing people. Gustavo made it to stage 4, and he tried to kill Cosmo multiple times. Thankfully, Gatorade Man stopped his endeavors and sent him to the Shadow Realm, which canonically exists. And so, after that, Gustavo actually dragged Gatorade Man into the Shadow Realm with him, causing Cosmo to basically rule over the land by himself. However, it was a very, very stressful job, and we still haven't figured out that part. And so that was way in the beginning. We're going to make a huge time skip to about like, I don't know, 1 trillion years into the future. It was either 1 trillion or 2 trillion. I decided on 1 trillion. And then, so, Vinny, the horny wizard, who was at stage 3 of the GAY, conjured a spell upon a Gatorade bottle, bringing to life what was supposed to be a succubus. However, he summoned the G monster into the Gatorade bottle, and fusing him with the Gatorade bottle, and then fusing the power of that with a pair of sunglasses that are his eyes. He then grew stick figure arms and legs, and that's how in universe Gatorade Man was created, the Gatorade Man. Of course, he found out what Vinny was going to do to him, and then little did Vinny know, Gatorade Man literally has no reproductive system, meaning he has no organs, basically. So he can't shit, he can't piss, he can't come, he can't fuck, he can't be fucked. And so he dipped, and that was the forming and birth of the Gatorade Man. Now we're going on to phase 2, the gathering of the Caverade. The gathering of the gang raid, as I might say. So I have my own version of the flock, and that's the gang raid. Everything is Gatorade to Gatorade Man. Gatorade Man loves Gatorade. He's a fucking magician to that shit. It's like his own form of crack. I don't know. So, about, 10 years after being reborn, Gatorade Man has been working a job. When Gatorade Man reformed, he had the mindset of like a 13-year-old, but he knew everything that an adult should know. He just didn't care. He knew his morals, he knew his shapes, he knew his colors, he knew calculus, and calculus sucks. I hate calculus. Fuck calculus. So, on the day of the reckoning, Gatorade Man. Fuck. Sorry to pause to think right there for a hot second. So what happened was Gatorade Man found the Cheese Man who worked with him, and basically that's my buddy Nathan. He is kind of like Queso, not really. And what Cheese Man likes hockey, and his head is literally a block of cheese. He likes cars, and he's completely mute. I'll see if I can make a picture of him and put it on the screen right now. And the different characters that get introduced to the story and killed off will be put on screen and taken off the screen. Then we meet Monkey Man. Monkey Man is my manager, Ryan. He's the one who helped me with a lot of this lore. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for helping me with this. I know you see me up there, Skitter Chief. Go follow, subscribe to him, follow him on TikTok, do all that stuff. Okay, so Gatorade Man and Cheese Man meet the Monkey Man, who was homeless. What happened to Monkey Man was that his home place, the Monkey Man land, was invaded by the gorillas, killing almost all of the monkeys that lived there. Gatorade Man then took Monkey Man under his wing with the 4 remaining monkeys that Monkey Man had, this being Bingus, Stewie, Bob, and Demetrius. It was those 4. Bingus is the strong one. Bob is the literal beach ball that we kick around that's immortal. Stewie is the insanely smart one, and Demetrius is the insanely rich one. Then I met Zoltar. Zoltar was an old D&D character that I scrapped for being the medic from Team Fortress 2, which was honestly really funny for the 3 sessions I got to be as him before I got kicked out. It's a long story. Anyway. I say anyway a lot. That's funny. So, after gaining all these people, Gatorade Man needed a home. And in his 2-bedroom apartment, which housed Gatorade Man and Cheese Man, wasn't going to cut it. So he built the Gatorade version 1. The Gatorade version 1 was like a huge cave on a hill, of course, overlooking the entirety of the town, the county of Northport. Don't ask how we got the hill there, because there's like jack shit for hills here in Florida, which is technically non-canon. Northport is technically not in Florida in the Gatorade Man universe. It's just Northport, the city of Northport. And that's where they lived. They had 5 rooms, and it was a whole space. There was a huge lab and a huge garage, and the Gatorade Man discovered portal travel about 10 years after being reawoken, which is kind of, a big deal, because one of my other characters from my other universe that crosses with the Gatorade Man, CS, has to live 509 years in order to discover portal travel, and he is a high intelligence robot that can discover anything at the touch of his fingertips, which is crazy. So when Gatorade Man discovers in 10 years, this man is, in lore, extremely smart. So they travel into the Monkey Ball. They go to all different universes. The Ninjago universe, the Monkey Ball universe, the Halo universe, Call of Duty, Subnautica, and you name it, he's been there. Except the universe where, you have sex 24/7, because he cannot have sex. It has already been established. I have outsmarted you Rule 34 users. Now, be gone with thee. So, Gatorade Man gets set up. However, this is when Powerade Man shows up. Somehow, when Vinny, the horny wizard, made that, spell, magically, Gustavo was also released from the portal. And Gatorade Man had met the Bean, which was my buddy Hunter, my old buddy Hunter, who I'm no longer friends with, because he was a dickhead, and I fucking hate him now. Fuck you, Hunter, by the way. So, the Bean betrayed the Gatorade Man. He was actually on the Powerade Man side. Gustavo was released, and then he created, by the DeBaby gang, Gustavo created Powerade Man, which was, Gustavo was trying to make an army of exactly Gatorade Man that would only follow him, but he could never get it right, and the closest he got to was Powerade Man. However, Powerade Man was always 20 steps behind Gatorade Man, where Powerade Man was not as smart, not as, strong, and not as short as Gatorade Man, but he was almost exactly the same. Powerade Man has no sunglasses, meaning he has no drip. He is dry as fuck, meaning I hate Powerade. Powerade in real life sucks ass. Fight me on that. So, then Powerade Man then creates the Christmas Raid Man, which is a robot, and he replaced Gatorade Man with the Christmas Raid Man. Still haven't figured out where Gatorade Man went. And this then caused Christmas Raid Man to gather data on literally everyone else. Cheese Man and Monkey Man got really suspicious of what was going on. So did Zoltar. And so, when they found out that Gatorade Man was a robot, that's when Powerade Man launched his full-scale attack onto the Gatorade version 1. It was a big battle. Gatorade Man reappeared in the nick of time, got, a brave battle with the Powerade Man. However, he couldn't beat him, and the Gatorade was destroyed. And Gatorade Man was hidden underneath all the rubble, presumed dead. And all of our valiant heroes, our Cheese Man, Zoltar, and Monkey Man, they all had to disperse into the world without Gatorade Man. Until, out of the rubble, some random occurrence happened. Gatorade Man somehow lived. He somehow lived an entire cave, crashing in on him with tons of equipment. Now, Gatorade Man played the most fire tune, otherwise known as Shepherd of Fire, by Avenged Sevenfold. Love Avenged Sevenfold. I would die for them. Unless, other than their NFTs, I don't approve of that. Gatorade Man played that sick fire tune, and it called upon all of the people from the Gatorade, including all the employees that somehow, found other jobs. And they created Gatorade version 2, which was basically like the Minecraft Caves update of caves. So the cave was underwater, and somehow water wasn't flowing into it, because that's just how gravity works, baby. And now they're hidden from the Powerade Man. This is when the great nuking of Dr. Roboman's happened, and it was a big saga. Gatorade Man became a robot. It was very strange, very weird, and we're just going to leave that there. Gatorade Man created, honestly, one of my coolest ideas ever, a pirate ship. And he also got the blueprints for the Warthog from Halo with interchangeable guns. So, yes, you could have the turret, or you could have the rocket launcher, or you could just not have neither. You could just have the car. And that's what the monkeys drew now. This was when most innovations happened for Gatorade Man. A ton of stuff had happened. And sorry I'm yawning. I'm just really tired. Sorry about that. Gatorade Man had many innovations, and he traveled. This is about time when he started traveling to like other universes, which is how he discovered CS and that other whole different universe, which is CS is not the main character on that. It's a wholly different thing, and that's staying in my head until further notice. And this is when he also discovered the Rev Blackfire universe, of which he resides in today. And I'm still trying to figure out the lore of how Gatorade Man met Toby. Still trying to figure that out. Maybe that video game thing, the saga I'm doing, will have something to do with it. I don't know, but until then, I'm still figuring it out. Now let's talk about how insanely overpowered I made Gatorade Man for no reason. So, first of all, Gatorade Man. Have I been saying Powerade Man for a long time? I meant Gatorade Man. So, first of all, Gatorade Man has this scythe. It is called the Scythe of Amber. It is basically a double-sided scythe, which is the one I've been primarily drawing for Power War, which Gatorade Man just always has. It's like his primary weapon. If you get hit by it, your powers will get immediately copied, stored in the scythe, and Gatorade, and whoever wields the scythe can have him. Now you might be thinking, hey, Adam, that's a stupid idea because anybody can wield the scythe. You're wrong. You are so wrong. You are wronger than wrong because guess what? Gatorade Man is physically the only one powerful enough to hold the scythe without physically turning into dust. This scythe is so fucking powerful that if even, I don't know, the creator of all the universes and everything were to touch it, he would turn into dust. He himself would turn into dust, which is speaking volumes about Gatorade Man. And Gatorade Man's accomplishments include, I don't know, beating the Doom guy to a battle somehow, and then making him his personal bitch for a day, which is always funny. He beat Kratos in arm wrestling and boxing. He beat, he beat Alan Jones, the character, in a car race, which is honestly very important. Some Power War lore stuff that I don't want to spoil. And he also, you know that Greek myth, I don't know, where there was this guy, can't remember his name. He deceived the gods, and now he has to push a boulder up a hill, and then once he reaches the top, the boulder will go back down, and he has to start again. Gatorade Man figured out how to push the boulder all the way to the top without it falling down. I know. And then he pushed it back down himself just to make that guy suffer because it was funny. Because Gatorade Man lasted anything. Gatorade Man sees everyone as lesser. And you might be asking, well, Adam, why doesn't Gatorade Man conquer the entirety of the universe? Because literally nothing can stop him. He doesn't want to. He doesn't care. Gatorade Man physically does not care about anything. Gatorade Man does not gives so little fucks that even if you were to kill his entire bloodline, meaning Cosmo and Gustavo, and the Powerade Man, he wouldn't care. He wouldn't. He just brushed it off. Gatorade Man sides with whoever he wants to. When Gatorade Man is bored, he will find a way to not be bored. Which is kind of leading to Power War, which I'm not going to spoil the rest of that for you. Okay, so this Gatorade Man also can literally just say no. You know that concept in role-playing games that you can't damage each other in like Roblox, where you can literally just say dodges to every attack and there's nothing stopping the other person? Gatorade Man kind of has that power. So basically, if the Doomslayer were to hit him with the Crucible, Gatorade Man could just say nah, and just nothing would happen. It is so stupid OP, and it is so bullshit, and people will yell at me, but I'm not changing it, because I think that's funny, that a tiny 3 foot, he is 3'2", where meaning I am, in real life, 6'1", at the age of 15, I'm gonna be fucking massive. Gatorade Man is a 3'2" Gatorade bottle with sunglasses for his eyes, meaning if he takes off the sunglasses, there's nothing there. And stick figure arms and legs. And I made him this OP for no goddamn reason. Thank you for watching. I've been the Gatorade Man. Stay happy, stay healthy, don't be horny, and I will see you all later.